Everybody, this is the big fella, CK at thelanchalife.com, and I am continuing my series on Cigar Aficionado's #1 cigars through the years, and today we're doing #1 from 2011, the Alec Bradley. Let me see if we can get a good picture of that. The Alec Bradley Prensado Churchill. Beautiful cigar. Very nice. It's got a Honduras wrapper. It's got a Honduras and Nicaraguan filler and a Nicaraguan binder. I'm on my way over to my partner's house to catch the Eagles on a nice fall Sunday afternoon. So we're gonna have to smoke this one on the road in the Mustang, and I'll have to tell you all about it while I am on the road. So Alec Bradley has an extensive line of cigars, very popular. Oops, sorry about that. Got cuties all the way up at the corner. I had to negotiate around there, and you can hear the V8 setting off car alarms. You know, I got some aftermarket work in my sweetheart Slim. But anyway, and man, I'm butchering the lighting job. So as I was saying, Alec Bradley has a real nice extensive line of cigars. Been smoking them throughout the years, and one of the things I like about Alec Bradley cigars is because of their size of their brand and line, you can find a very diverse set of blends. You can literally, depending on your taste, whether you're a newbie, whether you're experienced, you can find an Alec Bradley that suits your taste. And so that's why, you know, we're working this one today. This one has some chocolate and spice, as indicated by the rating on Cigar Aficionado. My taste buds, I definitely concur with that. Nice dark chocolate, not too much spice. You know you're going to get a little bit of that hint of pepper when you're dealing with those Nicaraguan tobaccos, but because it's not a Nico Puro, you're going to get a little bit of something different. These things first came to market in 2009. Beautiful cigar, good tasting, and reasonably priced. One of the things that I always talk about in my videos is making sure you find something that's in your price point and tastes good to you. I don't care what Cigar Aficionado says. Last night I went to a cigar shop near me in CK, brother that blends his own cigars. It was a Nicaraguan Puro, and I would stack that cigar up to any of the finest cigars I've ever had. So don't get trapped by labels. Don't get wrapped up in what the masses think. You find something that works for you and your taste buds, and that's what you go smoking. Cigar smoking is like wine and liquor. You find what works for your taste buds and your wallet. Don't let anybody tell you different. Now, this Prensado is a very good smoke. A lot of smoke. It's a smoky cigar, but it's for me, I wouldn't call it full-bodied. I'd call it medium to full-body, but it's delicious. It's got that lip-smacking quality. I'm guessing from that leaf. The leaf is Trojes, Trojes. Again, it's Honduran, so you're gonna get something a little different there. I just like that dark chocolate thing that's going on with this, so it's really good. I think I've talked to you before. Well, I know I've talked to you before. You know, I've written a book, Thanks for the Memories, A Cigar Lover's Journey Through Smoke and Ash, where I collected the entire line of top 25 cigars that Cigar Aficionado rated on 2013. I collected them, I smoked them, and it was a great cigar course. If you think about doing a wine course, a cigar course would be to get those, sit down with their tasting notes, and learn about the different tobaccos and the different blends and the different shapes and sizes, what they do for you and your palate. And it really, to me, was what I'll call a college level education in cigar smoking, tasting the different things. I was able to understand the various nuances of flavors that you can get from cigars: the pepper, the cinnamon, the orange peel, the caramel, the cocos, the coffees, the toffees, the creaminess, the richness, the leather. All of those different flavor characteristics are great in defining a cigar. They're also great in defining a Bordeaux. So when you learn through, they're also great in defining a good bourbon or Scotch whiskey. So when you sit down with tasting notes and tasting descriptions of a cigar, a bourbon, a whiskey, a wine, and you do flights of them, so a cigar flight, a whiskey flight, or a flight of wines, and you sit down with the notes and you see the descriptors that are placed with them, you're going, I believe that is the way you educate your palate, and you learn to pull out and pick out some of those finer, subtler notes. Now, does this thing taste like a Hershey bar? Absolutely not. But you do get chocolate, you do get the cocoa, you do get the spice. I am at the point now where I know if I pick up a cigar and I smoke it and I get pepper, white pepper, red pepper, black pepper, smoked pepper, not necessarily chili pepper, but if I'm getting that pepper, I know I'm getting Nicaraguan tobacco somewhere in the binder or the filler or both. You just learn that. I think the next level for me is learning what are those characteristics of the non-Nicaraguan tobaccos. I do know this. I do know that I love Sumatra wrappers. Sumatra does something magical to a cigar, and I'm beginning to figure that out. So, as I've said before, I review cigars, but I don't necessarily rate them. But what I'm doing with the #1 cigars from Cigar Aficionado is, having been smoking cigars for years, having done that top 25 list, and having defined my own favorites, I'm going through them and comparing them to, you know, my favorite cigars, and basically saying whether I think it's worthy of a top 25 or worthy of a #1 ranking. And smoking a Prensado, yeah, I'd say it's worthy of a #1 ranking. It's a flavorful cigar. It's a beautiful cigar. I've got a nice even burn, as you can see so far. Don't let that bother you there. That's because I had it out and I was banging around in my travel humidor for a while. You wreck a cigar when you don't have it in a nice humidor, and that's what I've done to this one. But that's just a little slight issue there. But it's a good, smooth drawing Churchill with a good oily wrapper. It's a little veiny, but I don't care about that. I care about nice, consistent taste, good burn, nice draw, and this thing has all of those qualities. I do most of my cigar smoking in my ride. And it's a place where I can focus on two things that I really enjoy a lot: driving, and I do enjoy driving, I really do, and smoking. I have some peace and quiet, some solace while I'm doing the video. I have the radio on, and I'm just in a totally beautiful state right now. I've had some pretty interesting feedback from my book recently from some guys at one of my favorite cigar shops lit over in Swedesboro. And one of the things that people don't realize when you smoke a cigar, you select a cigar. And you select the cigar based upon your mood, your disposition, where you're going, who you're going to be with. And you can remember, when you stop and think about it, the cigar and the experience you had with the cigar. As the gentleman at Lit described to me, he's had a great experience with a bad cigar. He's had a bad experience with a great cigar, and everything on the spectrum in between. But you do remember the cigar you're smoking with some of those really important experience you're having, and that's one of the things I enjoy about cigars. They accompany you on your journey through life, and that's why I picked that title, A Cigar Lover's Journey, because the cigar in some cases is like that pal you bring along on a trip, and I just enjoyed the experience. One of the things that I didn't see on any of the descriptors and that I've learned, because what I've done is before I do the reviews, I smoke a number of these cigars to know what I want to talk about. But there is an element of creaminess and richness to these Alec Bradley Prensados that I think is kind of understated. So in some ways it's very interesting. It's hard to describe, but milk chocolate. You're going to get that dark cocoa flavor, but there's that milky, milk creamy quality to it. So if you think about a white chocolate bar, you kind of get that type of flavor to me. Now, having smoked a number of these in the past couple of weeks, so really good. Ash is holding up real nice. This is a very good road trip cigar. I think I can get about, if now listen, I tend to draw in cigars, and I know I got to do a better job at that, because if you do too much drawing, you'll heat up the tobacco, you change the flavor that the manufacturer is trying to give to you. But I tend to do that with cigars that taste good. You know, I keep the flavor going. And this is one of those cigars you can kind of get caught with. I'm not showing the cigar enough. Nice fall day here in southeastern Pennsylvania. So get out to your, and the other thing I encourage you to do, unless you live in some place where your cigar shop is either atrocious or overpriced or not maintaining good quality on the cigars, I encourage you to go out to a local cigar retailer. Support your local retailers. If they don't have what you want, ask them to carry what you want. And if they don't do that, then go to your mail order. I think your mail order should be like your final line of defense for cigars. find certain cigars that you like, that you know the price point, save them in your notes, and when you go to your retailer, kind of gauge for yourself whether the markup is incredible or reasonable. Support your local retailer, meet the tobacconist, talk to the guys, make some friends, try new stuff. I just think it's good for the industry, and it's good for you to diversify your personal portfolio of cigars that you know and love. I think that's just something that you should do. But Alec Bradley, the reason why I was saying that, go there. Alec Bradley has an extensive line of cigars. Do some research either with the tobacconist or go online. Find the different blends that Alec Bradley has. Take your notes, buy single sticks, taste a bunch of the different flavors, and zero in on the flavor profile that works best for you. I think that that's a way to go about this, and finding things that you like, finding things that work for you. This is going to be one of those good to the last drop cigars. So Charles Kelly from the Lancer Life. Eventually I'll post this on thelancerlife.com, my blog. As soon as I get a WordPress expert to help me upload my images. I'm having some difficulty with that. But go out, find your flavor. Get out and get this Alec Bradley Prensado Churchill. I think this is for the expert and the novice alike in terms of cigar smoker. Real good smoke. Try some of the other Alec Bradley products. You won't be disappointed. You have my word on that. Happy smoking, and I'm going to do some more on the other number ones coming up here. This is one that I absolutely do keep in my box. So like I said, I don't do ratings, but I will tell you, if my box would be incomplete without it, my box would be incomplete if I did not have this cigar. So this is absolutely a keeper. I think worthy of that #1 rating by Cigar Aficionado. Have I had better? Yes, I've had better. But this is a real good, solid cigar. They absolutely got this one right. Get a nice picture of that before we sign off. Again, the Alec Bradley Prensado. How you like that? Peace out, Cub Scout.